there's no quality. Like normal stone cannot give gold, right? So that is why cannot. But sentient being can, because golden stone can performing of the gold, functioning the gold. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So that is. So now, the fourth reason, the Buddha nature. First true, second true, third is true, right? Okay, if you get these convictions, then the proof, now proof is Buddha Shakyamuni, for example. I mentioned you there's 100,000 of even Catholic lineage followers become rainbow body. Is from sentient being. And the result enlightenment, suchness, wisdom, manyness, wisdom, great compassion, wisdom is there. Freedom from suffering, that is true. They are completely free the faults of samsara, that is true from the proof. That's very true. So this comes from sentient beings, that's true. The main conditions was their accumulated merits, wisdom, that is also true. So if somebody completed of merits and wisdom and then comes to the enlightenment, that's true. That means smoke comes from fire, fire is performing smoke, that's true. So that's the proof. So whereas there's smoke arising and there's fire burning. Something is burning there, there's smoke. So that is the fourth reasoning. So therefore it's no need to doubt. Enlightenment is. So Buddha nature is pervading equally each sentient beings. Otherwise, if you say no beginning, there's no Buddha nature, but there accumulated lots of merits and accumulated lots of wisdom and did purifications, the obscuration, delusion, ignorance, such already there's and then slowly grow up of some newly born of the Buddha's omniscience mind, wisdom mind, compassion mind or something. Then I mentioned you already the problems. Then the Buddha, the result of the final result object Buddha is cannot be undeceptive object refuge. That is cannot be including of uncompounded phenomena. That must be compounded phenomena, because composed better of your purification, better of your practice, and then newly born. And then it will be when the exhaustion, the cause condition, then again disappear. So that is it's impermanence. It's not true. So therefore, Buddha nature is permanent, great permanent. That means it's including uncompounded phenomena. Okay? So unchangeable. So that is why, as I quoted before already, all the qualities of Buddha's essence from beginning is already existent to the nature mind. But then maybe you ask, Buddha nature, the Buddha's qualities already exist on your nature mind, then why not yet we are enlightenment? Okay, because the obscurations are obscured to your nature mind, that doesn't work. Like the gold, whether you dig out from digging from ground or not into the ground, but the gold is gold. Always, the nature of the gold quality is there, pure, without stains, without any, but as long as obscured by the big ground, big earth, or the big rock, stone or sand, the big sand, then doesn't work. Right? At the moment, no functioning. You cannot use the ring, golden ear, or something, the earrings, or golden cup, or whatever, golden seed, or whatever, because it cannot. Because as long as covered, it's no function. Right? Same. But when the gold is separated from the obscurations, and then everybody using many way, various different kind of aspect can use. Nature is gold. Gold nature is not changed, but is apparent. You can change many. Ring can do is sometimes cup. Cup can change into ring. But the gold is gold. So therefore, sentient beings can be extraordinary being, like Arya being, noble being, first bhumi, second bhumi, 10th ground bhumi, and finally Buddhahood comes. Like the gold, step and step can change, qualities. Something like this. So therefore, trust. Buddha nature is 100% sure, is pervading equally all the sentient beings in mind. You have the quality of it. That there's no exceptions, okay? Do not, of course, human, but even non-human beings, even small insect. But then why is Buddha explanations of the Buddha nature? These are not today talk. I told you yesterday, I will talk on Monday. You know, why Buddha nature necessary to recognize? Why Buddha nature necessary to explain to sentient beings? Why necessarily to introducing, the Buddha nature pervading equally sentient beings by these four logics? Why? What is the benefit? What is the purpose? These I will answer you in on the Monday, in the last day here, the Buddha nature we talk in that terms. So we stop here. Anybody, if you have any questions, we have a little bit time for question answers. Yes?
Thank you, Rinpoche. This is a very interesting topic. So there is, for instance, some gold in the world that will never be discovered, like maybe very deep in the ground.
Yes.
And so when you take the bodhisattva vow, or the bodhicitta, is that you will keep coming back until everybody's enlightened. But is it possible? So is it possible that suffering will end? That everybody will find Buddha nature eventually? Will all suffering end? Or is it that there will always be suffering, like there will always be some gold that's hidden? Because there's suffering and the Buddha mind exist together in the beginning, and then some people become enlightened. But is there a point where there will be no more suffering? No more...
Okay, I get it. So if you point each sentient beings, if you ask me or ask to the Buddha, he can enlightenment, he is about, if you like this way, one by one, just analogies, example, and the answer says yes, never say no. Okay? That is like the stone, the golden stone. If you point each golden stone, you ask me, can find gold from this? If can find gold from this, I'm saying yes, right? Okay? And then you ask me, one day can be completed exhaustion the golden stone? No, I cannot answer. This because the earth is not only this, So therefore, the world is not only this earth. This earth is only, then we can say can be ending one day. Is that the gold can be exhaustion one day. So therefore, sentient beings number can exist numberlessly, right? We usually often say, according to Buddhist point of view, because sentient beings not only necessarily in this earth. The small dusty, only why the sentient beings only in this dusty, So however, so therefore, you cannot point me, ask each sentient beings, you cannot, because numberless. That means it's generally endless samsara. But this logic, right?
Yeah.
But personally, each sentient beings can enlightenment. That's not contradictory. But this logic you can understand. So therefore, sooner or later, everybody have the potential energy enlightenment. Therefore, sooner or later will be enlightenment. So each golden stone have the gold qualities. So sooner or later will be separate from the obscuration of the stone. But we never know when this comes. At least is the end is exploded into atoms. That times gold is separate, must be of the ground, right? It's up automatically. so similar like this. But it's when, is how, tax time, this depend, All right, so, yes, the last questions, please.
Okay, so if our nature is Buddha nature, how come we're born in ignorance? In the ignorant state? How come we born ignorant?
Because ignorant is not comes suddenly. If ignorant comes suddenly, then these questions is good. But is ignorant comes from beginningless. From beginningless, there's no begin. There's no first. If ignorant have no first, then you cannot say ignorant how born beginning, right? Because questions naturally is related to the begin. How beginning and first comes ignorant, right? Questions naturally coming. My answer is there's no first. Ignorant born from beginningless, no begin. That means ignorance from ignorance. Ignorance from ignorance. Ignorance, so there's no begin, no first. So therefore, from beginningless obscured to the nature of Buddha, better ignorance from beginningless. Therefore, it's no begin. If ignorant have begin, then exactly says when comes from. Because he is the first one. Because if no begin, then it's ignorant from ignorant comes from. Continuously, the momentary obscurations, obscured to the Buddha nature from beginningless. Okay, so therefore, there's no begin. So, and then maybe you feel scared, maybe something, this is true, but because Buddha nature must be powerful, is primordial wisdom. And then why primordially not freedom from ignorant sense from beginning? Maybe this other way questions comes.
Yeah. Yes,
so that means is because primordially was you are meant from beginners with ignorance. Ignorant means is misconception, misunderstanding. Buddha nature primordially pure sense from beginningness, but is you or we mistake very beginningless from Buddha nature as a wrong perception of the good. So that's the problem, So therefore, now when you will be recognized true nature, better your wisdom mind means when you wake up from ignorant, and then that is suchness. You achievement state suchness. Make sense? Okay. But anyway, that's good questions. Okay, very very good questions. But keep this question again in the future. Someone because they're important, really important. But that's very I don't know. You get the conviction exactly what I'm talking. But it's actually it's a wake up or not a wake up or ignorant or without ignorance means is recognized or not recognized. That is the point. When you directly bear your primordial wisdom to realization of one's own true nature, that means is freedom from ignorance. But we wasn't recognition of true nature sense from beginningless. That means is ignorance is from beginningless. Make sense? Okay. So that is when you recognize, and then you will be freedom from this. As not recognized, then it's not. Like the mother, very great mother. He's in the stomach. The pregnancy mother's stomach is there. Very, very great, maybe is powerful king. Reincarnation of, we can say, Dharma king is in the stomach. But she is very poor. It's homeless, almost, and just begging and sleep in the road. And there, everybody maybe most people look insult and looking down. But no problem. It's after giving the birth, and then you cannot, see even have chance because she is become the queen, the king's mother, the great. But it's a moment it doesn't work, king in stomach, but doesn't work, isn't it? Because obscured the obscuration of her body.
Yes.
All right. Similar is Buddha nature is actually the beautiful in the Uttara Tantra. That's just one example I choose you. There's 9 different kind of examples Buddha and Ayamutra he used. Shanti peng and Dhamma Dursa don't belong on Masana was Salate and Nuxon Dishon, Kurana Yami, Wimingami, Dona, Muda Salarin Shazuguch. That's the 9 I just quoted, but doesn't work for you. But just I choose one of these 9 examples, like with obscuration, what problems? Without obscuration, what is work? What is difference? Like this, So it's the very holy person in the stomach is yet not born, and then his mother is very poor. Just born, mothers become rich. That is, So how functioning, why not function before and because obscured, and take obscured, and then is out, and then is functioning. Same Buddha nature obscured and it doesn't functioning like Buddha, not real like Buddha. When they take out obscurations and then functioning real like Buddha, that is the only difference. Not some new qualities coming. King is always king. From doesn't matter in stomach or this king is not normal. Just there's some special the like we said the reincarnation of the great of controlling of the will of Dharma king. It's because his lineage is a king lineage. So the princess is a princess. But is that missing and then the mistake that doesn't recognize. So therefore, mother is at the moment very poor. Even as there's a king is in stomach but doesn't work at the moment. Okay, so we go into dedication prayers. Dharma Shirgananji Pamon Chubai Sapin Soli Doma Dorjon Deta Kyusan Jirwa Aye Kirta Chini Sabako Majur Semche Tamche La Sangye Tobi Junwo Jampar Pao Chetar Kemba Kundu Sambo Tea Tejin Teda Guanji Jisa Damo Shir Gewan Dida Tamche Ramdemo Shami Gyawa Tamche Anji Moa Kala Chodu Ngamba Nage Gere Zawa Digun Jaya Zambo Shoji Rabdu Moa Kunza Shanti Manche Ni Tenche Sari Lama Yanche Drove Donde Mono Kanta Paya Tega Tamche Daje Andren Parashu Shewa Yada Lama Drame Chuji Perla Mosho Sada Lamje Yonde Razoni Borje Chango Kompa Anyerto Alright, so that is today. So you should be to understand we are all sentient beings already pregnant. You understand? Okay, pregnant of Buddha. So you look yourself when you want to giving the birth. So that's up to you. Okay, good night.
Thank you.
Oh, welcome.